Shivaji University for points received from the DST. He is recognized guide for a PhD in food science and technology as well as the food technology in engineering background. He has successfully guided 6 PhD students and 32 MTech students, 28 BTech students, and 36 MSc students respectively. Presently, he is guiding 6 PhD students, 11 MTech students, 5 BTech students, and 8 MSc students respectively. He published more than 76 national research paper as well as the 17 international research paper. Also, he is actively involved in the industrial research projects and consultancy work. He is successfully completed training on ISO 9001, 2000, and HACCP respectively. He completed 2-week IST workshop on Introduction to Research Methodology conducted by IIT Bombay. He secured 35th rank in World Scientist and University ranking 2011 by AD Scientific Index. He had received Senior Research Fellowship for PhD in Food Technology from the AICT New Delhi during the 1995 to 1909. He had selected in JEE Orissa to get admission BTech at the University Department of Chemical Technology, Mumbai under the Government of India quota. He had received first prize in poster presentation in various conferences such as ICFOST 197, which was held at Baba Atomic Research Center, Mumbai, in September 1997. Professor Dr. Sao sir will talk about recent developments in the functional foods and nutraceuticals. Over to you, Professor Dr.
Yeah.
A.K. Sao sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
You are audible.
yeah. So I'll be talking about recent developments in functional foods and nutraceuticals. All of you know that functional food means a food that provides benefits beyond basic nutrition that may reduce disease risk and promote good health. The functional food concept was developed in Japan at the early 1980s and as food for specified health use was established in 1991. The functional food is a natural or processed food that contains known biologically active compounds which, when in defined quantitative and qualitative amounts, provides a clinically proven and documented health benefits. So overall, when you are telling functional foods, that means it is not only providing the nutritional benefits, but at the same time, it is also providing you the health benefits. So any food or ingredient that has a positive impact on an individual's health, physical performance, or state of mind, in addition to its nutritive value. Functional foods includes processed foods, fatty foods with health promoting additives like vitamin enriched products or mineral enriched products or fiber enriched products like that. So now we'll just see how functional foods are used as nutraceuticals. So when we are telling nutraceuticals are functional foods which do not only provide health benefits but helps in effective prevention and treatment of different diseases. That means when we are telling nutraceuticals, so they have been claimed to have a physiological benefit or provide protection against the following diseases. That means when we are telling nutraceuticals in a basic layman's language, so nutraceutical is nothing but nutrient showing Nutraceutical properties. That means nutrients which are the part of food are showing pharmaceutical or therapeutic applications. So this nutraceutical protection against the following diseases are listed. So they can prevent or control cardiovascular uh, diseases, anti-obese, anti-diabetics, then anti-cancer, immune boosters, chronic inflammatory disorders, and degenerative diseases. So the sources of functional foods are plant source and animal source. So the plant origin functional foods, they will have these bioactive compounds, because when we are telling functional food, so the whole food component will not be bioactive. So only a functional compound will be particularly bioactive. So if you see the oats, they have the bioactive compound as beta glucan, and the benefit of this is the cholesterol lowering soluble fibers. So that is why most of the time nowadays doctors are prescribing to have oats, because it is helping for lowering the cholesterol. And soybeans, they have the bioactive compound as isoflavone, and the benefits are the to reduce risk of cardiovascular disease, cancer, and osteoporosis. Similarly, the flaxseed has the bioactive compound as omega-3 fatty acid, or in the form of linolenic acid, and their benefits are that prevent estrogen dependent cancers, breast cancer, and reduce low density lipids, LDL. If you see the tomato has the bioactive compound as lycopene, and it prevent the cancer and antioxidant. It acts as a lycopene acts as a antioxidant. Similarly, garlic has a bioactive compound allicin, and it is helping to reduce the cholesterol and works as antibiotic properties. Similarly, if you see other plant origins like cranberry, we have benzoic acid, and broccoli, you have the bioactive compound as glucosinolates. Citrus fruit has bioactive compounds as limonoids, and tea has bioactive compound as catechin, and the grape wine has bioactive compounds as flavonoids, and those are showing many health benefits. To see the fenugreek, it has the bioactive compound as scopolamine and phenugreekine. Carrots has alpha carotene. Similarly, fruits and vegetables have beta carotene, and other vegetables like spinach, they have lutein. So pulses are saponins. So like this, the bioactive compounds are there, and the benefits are mentioned. Similarly, you have the list of other fruits like strawberries, cherries, raspberries. They have anthocyanins, and grapefruit has naringin, and the legumes and whole seeds is listed, and some spices are also there. So it is shown what are the bioactive compounds, and what are the health benefits. Similarly, the aloe vera has bioactive compound as barbaloin, and they have the benefit is listed. And if you see, although those things what we discussed is the plant source bioactive compounds showing the health benefits, and now we'll see the animal origin bioactive compounds. If you see fish, fish has omega 3 fatty acid, and it prevent cancer and cardiovascular disease. Similarly, dairy products are rich in calcium, and also they, nowadays you can have enrichment or probiotic bioactive compounds in dairy products. They can have live microbial feed supplements, and the beef will have conjugated linoleic acid. So overall, what we have listed is the source of functional foods and nutraceuticals from plant source and animal source. Now, little more elaborately, we'll discuss about what is the concept of nutraceutical foods. You all know that Dr. Stephen D. Fellis, founder and chairman of the Foundation for Innovation in Medicine, located in Cranford, New Jersey, coined this term nutraceutical from nutrition and pharmaceutical. So, nutraceutical is splitted as nutrition and pharmaceutical in 1989, and it is defined as a food or part of food that provides medical or health benefits, including the prevention and treatment of disease. And as already we have discussed, nutraceuticals are natural bioactive chemical compounds that have health promoting, disease preventing, and medicinal properties. So in India, these nutraceuticals have been defined under Clause 22 of the Food Safety and Standard Act (FSSAI) 2006, and these nutraceuticals can be classified as potential nutraceuticals and established nutraceuticals. A potential nutraceutical becomes established nutraceutical only after there are sufficient clinical use to demonstrate a benefits. So when we are telling potential nutraceuticals, one which has promising approach towards particular health or medicinal benefits. That means it has a potential promising approach towards medicinal benefits or health benefits. But when we are telling established nutraceuticals, that means the benefits or nutraceutical effects have been sufficiently established by clinical use. So the classification of nutraceuticals again can be based on natural source, pharmacological conditions, and chemical constitution. So let us discuss some examples of nutraceuticals which are all derived from various food sources, and especially natural sources. And these nutraceuticals are categorized as dietary fibers, probiotics, prebiotics, synbiotics, then antioxidants, vitamins, polyunsaturated fatty acids, polyphenols, spices, etc. The major nutraceuticals are listed here. So you can see the functional group, the compound, and what is the source of that commodity, food commodity, and the benefits. So if you see the shellfish, So the nutraceuticals present in this piece is glucosamine and benefits are joint, skin and animal health. Similarly, if see brain, liver and kidney nutraceuticals, what you get from this is acetyl L-carnitine, and the benefits are mental health and weight management. And if you are seeing soya and fermented soya products, you see soya isoflavones are the nutraceutical compounds, and the benefits are women's health, anti-cancer, mental and cardiovascular health. Similarly, the list is given. If you see, other food sources, so the nutraceutical compounds are listed, and their health benefits are given. If we see one by one that what are these nutraceuticals and derived from various food sources. So first we will discuss about these dietary fibers. So dietary fibers are of two types. One is the insoluble fiber. So in this they absorb water in gastrointestinal tract and promote regular elimination, increase weight of stool and speed of digestion. So normally, they act as insoluble fibers and they show those listed health benefits. And the example where you can get dietary fiber sources are beans, whole wheat and bran products, and potato, especially the potato peels and uh, a fiber enriched peels, cauliflowers, and nuts. And if you see the soluble fibers, they help for lowering risk of heart disease and lower blood sugar level and lower serum cholesterol. The example for getting these soluble fibers are oat, bran, barley, and some seeds, beans, and lentils, peas, and some fruits and vegetables. And another example of this nutraceutical we'll see as probiotics or probiotic foods. The probiotics term coined in 1965 by Lilly and Stilwell. Probiotics are defined as microorganisms that have a beneficial effect on the host intestinal microbial balance. So, according to WHO, probiotics are live microorganisms which, when administered in adequate amounts, confer a health benefit on the host. So normally, the microorganisms or the bacteria which are used in probiotic foods are lactic acid bacteria LAB and bifidobacteria. So fruit juices has also been suggested as a novel appropriate medium for fortification with probiotic cultures. And also you will find more frequently nowadays a lot of dairy products are coming as probiotic, and they dairy products are the key product sector. The sensitivity of probiotics to physical and chemical stress, heat, acidity makes the product development challenging for other type of food product. Recently, encapsulation was also accessed for decreasing sensitivity of such probiotics. This action of probiotics, if you want to see, that is the restore the balance of good and bad bacteria in gut secrete bactericidal proteins, and they block the attachment and invasion of epithelium by pathogens, improve epithelial barrier functions, and they host immune responses and produce beta galactosidase so to can digest better the lactose. So in the market, if you see the probiotic foods, you see the curd, dahi, and lassi. And just to summarize the health benefit of these probiotics in dairy food, you see improve gut health and improve immune function. Here, I have listed a few probiotic products available in the market. You see food type and the sources. If you see the freeze dried product, you see Lactococcus lactis, Lactobacillus acidophilus, and Bifidobacterium bifidum. Probiotic yogurt, you will find Lactobacillus casei, and freeze-dried products Lactobacillus rhamnosus, Lactobacillus acidophilus, and Bifidobacterium bifidum. So we all discussed about the live organisms present in this juice or dairy products. Now, what is this prebiotics? So these prebiotics are non-digestible substances that provide a beneficial physiological effect on the host by selectively stimulating the favorable growth of a limited number of indigenous bacteria. Especially, the examples are fructooligosaccharides, inulin, and isomalto-oligosaccharides, lactulose, and resistant starch. These are mainly considered as prebiotics. So this inulin and oligofructose, these are also used as prebiotics, improve the bone mineral content and bone mineral density. And the commonly known prebiotics are oligofructose, inulin, galacto-oligosaccharides, and lactulose. The prebiotic products available in the market. The prebiotic products listed here are Bifidobacteria and Fecalibacterium, and these the benefits are effective on irritable bowel syndrome and Crohn disease. Similarly, we'll see that you have this other bacteria like Bifidobacteria which benefiting enterocolitis and other oligofructo and inulin mixtures that to improve antibody responses towards viral vaccines such as influenza and measles. Okay. You can have other prebiotic components and just showing the health benefits are listed. You can have calcium absorption and it can also reduce cardiovascular diseases, etc. So if you see the synbiotics, those are nothing but a supplement that contains both a prebiotic and probiotic that works together to improve friendly flora of human intestine. The principle behind symbiotic is that our gastrointestinal system is populated by a large number and variety of different bacteria. Symbiotic encourage by providing the specific substrate to the probiotic organism for its fermentation. The use of symbiotics have been extensively studied and shown promising alternative for for use in combination with antibiotics or isolated. The use of functional foods, particularly symbiotic, has been incremented by diet therapy with the intention of improving the health status of patients with certain cancers. Re-establish the microenvironment enhances gastrointestinal absorption and increases the immunity of patients. Various studies demonstrated the fact that not all probiotic strains are suitable to be combined in one functional product, as these strains may have variable modes of inhibition effects against each other, either during product processing or storage. The currently available symbiotic supplements include combinations of bifidobacteria and fructooligosaccharides, lactobacillus and inulin, and bifidobacteria, lactobacilli, and other inulins. Symbiotic helps in improving mineral absorption and balance. Symbiotic have been reported to provide different health benefits such as antimicrobial, immunomodulatory, anti-diarrheal, anti-allergenics, hypoli, pedi, epidemics, that's epidemics, and hypoglycemic activities. So the symbiotic effect of fermented foods and drinks not only populates our intestines with beneficial bacteria but also helps in improving the survival, implantation and growth of newly added microflora strains. This is one application here they have given, like lactose intolerance people. If you are using this, no, they are lacking this beta galactosidase enzyme. So if you can use these symbiotic things, you can get this address these symptoms. Available symbiotics in the market as listed below. Already, I have mentioned those microorganisms and their benefits. Yeah, this is another thing, fructooligosaccharides. This is also used as alternative sweeteners. These are some of the microorganisms and the benefits are given here and used in various food products are listed. So now we'll discuss about these functional beverages. Normally, if you see non-alcoholic beverages, those are fortified with this vitamin A, C, and E, and other types of functional drinks are those of cholesterol-lowering drinks and with combination of omega-3, and the health drinks with lutein, or bone health drinks with calcium and inulin. The functional beverage is a drink product that is non-alcoholic and includes in its formulation ingredients are herbs, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and additional raw fruit or vegetables. Functional beverages have become popular due to its appeal to consumers who are seeking specific health benefits in their foods and beverages with their healthiness on the go idea. Functional beverages are promoted with benefits such as heart health, improved immunity and digestion, joint health, satiety, and energy boosting. The functional beverages is the fastest growing sector. The memory and mental sharpness is also coming into focus with functional brainiac. Children's functional drinks also receive much attention in recent years, with leading brand Nestle's Boost beverage. Energy boosting functional beverages such as Red Bull and 5 Hour Energy are rated number one in the growth in the functional beverage market. And some benefits are promotion of hydration. It contains antioxidant and fruit extracts, energy and rejuvenation, and weight management. So now we'll see some examples of functional sports and energy drink. So functional sports and energy drinks plays an important role in hydrating and improving athletic performance and in preventing or helping specific health conditions. Their formulations can be designed specifically to increase energy, to improve mental focus, and or to prevent bone and joint pain. Sports and energy drinks is the main category of functional beverages and is targeted by specific groups, includes seniors, adults, teenagers, children, and even toddlers. Among all these consumer groups, there is one thing common which had to be considered by product developers, that no one is willing to sacrifice taste to health and nutrition benefits. That means when you are developing functional foods, you have to see that the taste should be retained, but at the same time the nutrition and health benefits is achieved. The sports and energy drinks provided instant energy. That is why their consumption is more than other soft drinks. India's sports drink market is projected to grow at a rate of 40% in the coming periods. And in the US alone, the sales volume of sports drinks amounted to over 1 billion, and American drank around 25 liter of sports drinks per capita in 2020. So overall, in short, there is a good growth and a good demand for these sports drinks, and there are some company like this PepsiCo, Gatorade, and this dominates the US sports drink category, holding a 72% market share. Similarly, Coke's Powerade falls in a distant second, and Noma Organic Electrolyting drink is USDA certified organic and non-GMO and vegan friendly product, which is also popular nowadays. There are three types of sports drinks, all of which contain various levels of fluid, electrolytes, and carbohydrate. So we can have no, three different types of sports drink. One is hypotonic, and second one is isotonic, and third one is the hypertonic. The functional sports drinks in this last decade, there has been a great increase in the development of these functional lipid-enriched beverages containing healthier oils. If you see some examples, like you have polyunsaturated fatty acids having three double bonds or more than that. So they are all enriched sports drinks and contains antioxidants such as vitamin E, that is tocopherol, and polyphenols to prevent lipid oxidations. Functional lipid-based beverage contain not almond oil rich in essential nutrients such as calcium, potassium, and polyphenols. Similarly, if you see under functional beverage, they have listed here the functional tea. We have kombucha tea is a fermented beverage which gained immense popularity due to its purported health benefits. The beverage has its origins in the East, while the enzymes, bacterial acids, and other secondary metabolites produced by the microbes during the fermentation qualify the beverage to be a functional drink. The beverage contains osmophilic yeast and acetic acid producing bacteria living together symbiotically. Yeast in particular convert added sugar in tea to organic acids, and ethanol and acetic acid bacteria uses ethanol to produce cellulose fiber during the fermentation period. Kombucha tea can prevent several types of cancer, cardiovascular disease, invigorate liver functions, and stimulate the immune system. Let us discuss about functional dairy beverages. The supermarket shelves in Europe, America, and Japan carry a wide range of functional dairy beverages with probiotics, prebiotics, omega-3 fatty acids, plant sterols, and many other components nowadays. Functional dairy beverages promote the reduction of blood cholesterol, prevent certain illness such as cardiovascular diseases. These functional dairy beverages, they improve immune reactions against allergies, reduce the risk of forming blood clots, and boost the immunity system. They reduce the effect of lactose intolerance and constipation. Let us discuss a few functional dairy beverages which are added with bioactive components. To see functional dairy beverage, that is low fat milk. So it is the bioactive component which is added is the omega-3, the fish oil, and the brand name is Heart Plus, manufacturer BP Food Australia. Yogurt drink, bioactive component is phytosterol, the brand name is Flora Proactive, and the manufacturer is Unilever UK. Similarly, you have low fat milk enriched with omega-3 from fish oil or omega-3 from vegetable oil, and those brand name and manufacturers are listed here. And the low fat milk, where the bioactive compound is phytosterol, already I have read that, Unilever UK. So another category of this functional food we will be discussing about the functional bottled water, because nowadays this bottled or packaged water market is increasing, and water which offers additional health and other functional benefits. It is enhanced by supplemental ingredients which are also known as aquaceuticals, such as vitamins, minerals, acids, herbs, raw fruits or vegetables. The value of the market was 12.86 billion US dollar in 2020 and is projected to reach about 23 billion US dollar by 2028. Functional bottled water are available in different ranges like skincare water, immunity water, focus water, after party recovery water, and water for digestive health. So in short, just we discussed about this functional bottled water. Now we'll see the another important category of functional food is the functional confectionery. The global functional confectionery market is anticipated to witness sluggish growth during the forecast period, but nevertheless, the COVID-19 outbreak had a severe impact on the functional confectionery market, and specifically aspects such as raw ingredient sourcing, manufacturing, processing, packaging, and shipping of functional confectionery food products were dented hugely. The key functional confectionery items includes candies, desserts, chocolate. The functional confectionery market is estimated to reach a value of 1.82 billion US dollar by 2028 and is expected to grow at a annual growth rate of 8.6% from the forecast period of 2021 to 28. So the various benefits of functional confectionery is the factor responsible for the growth of functional confectionery market in the forecast period. A functional confectionery is food item that has great taste along with nutrients and minerals. Chocolate is the most craved food in North America, and most of the chocolate craved are women. The researchers found that people who are clinically depressed are more likely to eat chocolate, and the more depressed they are, they eat more chocolate. Theobromine, tyramine, and phenylethylamine are the responsible compounds for this effect on mood. It produces hormones of happiness. It helps people to be happier and well balanced. The components present in chocolate include antioxidant flavanol, compounds such as catechins, which reduce free radicals produced by oxidation, lower LDL cholesterol to reduce blood pressure and platelet aggregation. Dark chocolate is higher in antioxidants, whereas white chocolate is very low in antioxidant flavanol compounds. Cocoa butter contains stearic acid and small amounts of plant sterols, which are worked as neutral cholesterol response in people. Functional chocolate contains lecithin, which improves concentration and also anti-inflammatory. So some examples of functional candy and gummy. Functional candies having sugary cough syrups and chalky chewables are available in the market nowadays, striking a balance between playful, colorful packaging that evokes childhood nostalgia and sophisticated wellness oriented branding that appeals to the health conscious. The functional candy and gummy market is valued at 5.7 billion in 2018, and the global gummy vitamins market is expected to reach 9.3 billion by 2026. So there is a good growing rate for this functional candy and gummy. Low calorie candies are also formulated. You have Jandu, Imu, Tasty Ayurved, Immunity, soft chews, jellies, mixed fruit flavor are developed by Jandu company at Immunity Booster for children in India after COVID-19 outbreak. Especially, a lot of immunity boosting and resistance for various disease, promoting more consumption of these candies and gummies. And also Ayurvedic lozenges are developed by Jandu, Dabur, Himalaya and Jhil companies in India. So another important segment of this functional products are the functional bakery products. In relation to functional foods, bakery is still relatively underdeveloped. Bakery products, however, provide ideal metrics by which functionality can be delivered to the consumer in an acceptable food. It is important to realize that achieving functional food quality does not simply involve delivering the active principle at the appropriate level for physiological effectiveness, but also supplying a product which meets the consumer's requirements in terms of appearance, taste, and texture. In late 2003, Unilever innovated the bakery sector by introducing a white bread called Blue Band Geostart, which was the first white bread containing the nutritional elements normally available in brown bread, including fibers, vitamins B1, B3, B6, iron, zinc, and inulin, a starch that comes from wheat. The functional cereals here too are listed, particularly oat and barley. The multiple beneficial effects of cereals can be exploited in different ways, leading to the design of novel cereal foods or cereal ingredients that can target specific populations. Cereals can be used as fermentable substrates for growth of probiotic microorganisms, a source of non-digestible carbohydrates that, besides promoting several beneficial physiological effects, can act as prebiotics. Cereal constituents such as starch can be used as encapsulation material for probiotics in order to improve their stability during storage and enhance their viability during their passage through the adverse. Functional cereals components are beta-glucan are also applied in the dairy and bakery industries for the manufacture of low-fat ice cream and yogurts. It makes their mouth feel scoop ability and sensory properties resemble those of full-fat products. So another uh, category of functional food which is picking up the market nowadays are the functional spreads. It can be assumed that cholesterol-lowering spreads will increase relevance in the coming years due to the market introduction. For example, a functional variety of Bissell margarine of Unilever named Bissell Proactive containing phytostanol esters which are supposed to lower the cholesterol level. Low cholesterol butter under the trade name of Ballad TM has been produced and marketed in Belgium since 1992. In this case, more than 90% of the cholesterol in milk fat has been removed by the addition of crystalline beta-cyclodextrins. Other low-cholesterol milk products like cheese or even low-cholesterol egg are produced by this technology. We'll see some animal products which serve as functional animal foods. So first we'll see the functional eggs. Eggs are of particular interest from a functionality point of view because they are relatively rich in fatty acids and associated fat-soluble compounds. The idea of egg enrichment with omega-3 fatty acids simultaneously with antioxidants and other vitamins has recently been used to produce Vita-X by Freshly Foods, Devon, UK. They state that their eggs were enriched with omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, E, B12, and folic acid. Eggs enriched in omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin E produced by Bellevue under the trade name of Columbus first appeared in Belgium in 1997 and since 1999 India, Japan and South Africa. Currently production of Columbus egg exceeds 50 millions per year in Europe. Similar eggs are produced by Pilgrim's Pride Company, Gold Circle Farms, and Omega Tech in USA. If you see now another type of animal functional food is the functional fish. The omega-3 fatty acids are an essential class of polyunsaturated fatty acids and this PUFA are eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid. These omega-3 fatty acids like PUFA, EPA and DHA are incorporated to this fish. The role of N3 fatty acids in a number of diseases, particularly cancer and cardiovascular diseases. Consumption of 35 gram or more fish daily has been shown to the risk of death from non-sudden myocardial infarction in the Chicago Western Electric study. Fish bones and cells gives good source of calcium, anti-hypertensive protein, and antioxidants. Yeah, and in another brief explanation, we have listed here the functional meat. Similarly, the anti-carcinogenic fatty acid known as conjugated linoleic acid was first isolated from grilled beef in 1987, and this conjugated linoleic acid refers to a mixture of positional and geometric isomers of linoleic acid in which the double bonds are conjugated instead of existing in the typical methylene interrupted configuration. Beef fat contains 3.1 to 8.5 milligram of conjugated linoleic acid. Fermented meat, protein-derived bioactive peptides, beef franks, and teriyaki-like products available in the market. Just to summarize about these functional animal foods, so we can see low-fat foods, meat, fish, and dairy. The components are saturated fat, benefits reduced risk of cancer and heart diseases. Fish will have more of omega fatty acids. Beef and lamb will have conjugated linoleic acid, and eggs with in fatty acids will have also a reduced cholesterol content. So far we have discussed various functional foods from plant sources, from animal sources, and we have discussed about what do you mean by functional food or what are functional foods and what are nutraceuticals and various natural food components showing nutraceutical properties. Just another two slides I have taken just to analyze the market potential of this functional food and nutraceuticals. The nutraceutical market, which is forecasted from 2021 to 2030, here they have given. So you can see the market potential is good in especially this North America and Europe, and of course even the Asia Pacific and other areas also are growing. The especially the important functional food and nutraceuticals are these dietary supplements, functional beverages, functional food, and personal care. And the key pointers for this good demand in this functional food and nutraceuticals are the increased option for fortified food owing to the growing health consciousness among consumers, increasing the incidence of chronic diseases, strict government regulations on food fortification, and the market size is increasing, and it is projected to be uh, 314 billion US dollar in coming another 5 years. Coming to Indian nutraceutical market, which is projected to be at 1 billion US dollar. And these Indian nutraceutical markets, they are classified into three major groups. One is the functional foods, and another is the dietary supplements, and the other group is the functional beverages. So in functional beverages, you have vitamin supplements, mineral supplements, micronutrients, antioxidants, like that. In dietary supplements, we have sports and energy drinks, fortified juices, and glucose powder. In functional foods, you have nutrition fortified foods and probiotic foods. And the industry drivers for this Indian nutraceutical market are the aging population, because the elderly population to reach 143 million by 2021 from current 100 million. So aging population is increasing, so that will lead for more demand of functional food and nutraceuticals. Increasing co-prescription, that means about 16% of the prescriptions a multivitamin product is prescribed. So nowadays, if you see, along with the main prescription, you will have always a multivitamin product associated with that. Focus on preventive health care. Consumers have started realizing the importance of nutraceuticals in dealing with health issues. So the need and addressing these health issues by taking this functional food and nutraceuticals is increasing. That means the focus of consumers is more on preventive healthcare. And there is a rapid retail growth. The India's retail market is to double to US dollar of 1.3 trillion by 2020 from 600 US dollar in 2015. So that means there is a good retail market growth in India. And overall, if we analyze this Indian nutraceutical market, Indian nutraceutical market growth is driven by increased health awareness and pulled back by inconsistent protocols. People are becoming more health conscious, and it causing rapid surge in demand for dietary supplements that will drive nutraceuticals market growth. And here they have given that the functional foods and beverages contributes about 67% of Indian nutraceutical market. 67% is the functional foods and beverages, and their dietary supplements are 33%. So the whole nutraceutical market of India, 67% is the functional foods and beverages, and the dietary supplements are 33%. But still, India has only 2% share in the global nutraceutical market. So there is a big scope for Indian functional food and nutraceuticals, because we are sharing only 2% of the global nutraceutical market. And Indian nutraceutical market is expected to grow from 4 billion US dollar in 2017 to 10 billion US dollar in 2020. So which is roughly 2.5 times more in coming next year. So there is a good demand and good growth for these Indian nutraceutical markets. Yeah. I think I have come to the end where no, I have highlighted about the functional foods, different types of functional foods, and their sources, various sources from plant sources and animal sources, and I have taken various categories of functional foods, starting from bakery products, confectionery products, beverages, sports drinks, energy drinks, many more. And in that also we have seen the bioactive compounds, which is specific for addressing the nutraceutical properties and functional properties. And then I have discussed about the market scope for Indian market and global market. So just to end about these advances in functional foods and nutraceuticals, no, we all know that no, this the saying by scientist Hippocrates is we are now practicing that let food be your medicine and medicine be your food, and it is well proved that dietary changes can prevent or reverse disease. So thank you for patient listening, and it is now open for the participants for discussion.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much, sir, Professor Dr. A.K. Sahu, sir. We are now going to begin answering the questions. If you want to ask any questions, you can ask the same by unmuting yourself, or you can directly type the question in the chat box.
Vaibhav, some of the questions are already there in the chat box. You can read
Yes,
it out.
yes, 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 I am ready. Yes, Dr. A.K. Sahu,
Yeah,
sir, our first question is from Dr. Gitanjali, ma'am. How to adjust or decide dose of probiotics if given signally and given in combination? How to adjust or decide the dose of probiotics if given signally and given in the combination?
yeah. So, as we have all discussed that in probiotic you have the you are using the live microorganism. So you have to take the clinical trials, and especially first you have to do the experimental trials, and then you can go for clinical trials. Especially you can go for first in the model study in the lab scale level, and then you can go for clinical trials to decide the permitted level for this probiotic microorganisms.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. The second question is, are there any specification given by FSSI to claim as it as a pro or pre
I think no FSSI they have given this
Yes.
I think my one of my slide I have mentioned the clause number etc. Okay, maybe we have to go And again, check my slide. I have given probiotic and prebiotic clauses mentioned in the FSSI.
Yes. The next question is, does mead a fermented honey beverage has any beneficial health effect like other probiotic drinks?
Fermented honey beverage.
Ah, yes, fermented mead.
Just repeat the question.
Does mead a fermented honey beverage has any beneficial health effects like other probiotic drinks like Yakult, etc.?
Yeah, it is already proven that the fermentation is really encouraging or supporting the these microorganisms or digestive enzymes. So I'm sure, no doubt, this fermentation will help, but provided it should be a controlled fermentation up to the a limited extent, then only it can show the health benefit. Yeah, you
Yes.
have to avoid the excess fermentation and interference of other factors during this fermentation. It should be a controlled one.
I think she has a misconcept into the question itself. She is talking about fermented food, and she is
Okay.
relevanting it with the
Yeah, cool.
probiotics.
So
It's totally different one.
that example is not correct.
Not correct only.
Yeah,
The fermented foods and probiotics are totally different.
different.
In fermented, it may not be a live microorganism. In probiotics, you need to have a live microorganism. So mead is a fermented food only, like a wine.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That
It's not
example what
a
she has told,
probiotic.
Yakult is not correct.
Hmm.
So this is fermented honey, and these are totally different. Yeah.
Yes. The next question is from the same ma'am, Gitanjali ma'am. How to decide the dose of probiotics? Uh,
Already this already I
same
have
question is
answered.
yes.
Yeah.
Same question yes. Next, let food. There is one question from the Dr. Mohan Kumar sir. Let food with the medicine and medicine with the food. It is an old saying. How to address to this? Because right now, even too much eating of the food becomes poisonous. Poison.
Yeah, I think no, we are going through a very critical stage, and in the last 2 years, so we have learned the health benefits of the food what we are eating, and the amount, how much amount of food we should eat, and the quality of food, especially the nutrients present and the health benefits with respect to resistive power of body or immunity power of the body is more stricken during this COVID-19 period. So I'm sure what he has pointed out is correct, though it is a old saying, but now we are practicing it. So even a layman, any ordinary consumer, or any ordinary man is also asking a question about the quality of food or the health aspects of the food. So though the saying is old, but nevertheless, it is in practice, and it is also, you can say, the resulted into various
संतोष
products, functional foods and nutraceuticals,
कौन है
which are available commercially. Even our day-to-day practice also, we are seeing that
फैन फैन बंद करायला
we are very selective in eating, and
चोवीस नाही
nowadays we are increasing more of fruits and vegetables consumption and salads,
यांच्यासाठी
and we are more
काय
focused
लागलं
on lowering the fat content and eating more of protein and low sugar foods. So we are practicing it. So let food be your medicine.
Yes, sir. There is one another question in chat box. Eating of chicken liver causes cancer. Can causes cancer?
No, no. Only no. The compound, bioactive compound is useful for addressing.
I think
Yeah, because of course, Sia is mentioning that too much. Of course, any bioactive compound will show its medicinal properties, provided no, it is there in a limited range, the limited value. So anything you are going excess, whether it is from a natural source, it will have a drastic effect, a negative effect on our health, human health.
yes. Dr. Irana Uchan, sir, I think we will stop over here with your permission.
Yes. If it is over,
Yes.
no. So thank you
Yes.
very much, sir.
Yes.
We'll
On behalf,
Thank you.
on behalf of Department of Technology, Shivaji University, Kolhapur, and all our resource person, thank you for joining us today, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And tomorrow
Thank you
morning,
all.
please join 9:45 a.m. tomorrow morning. There will be the lecture by Dr. S.M. Lokhande sir, from 10 to 12 a.m. Okay, so please join 15 minutes before the actual session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.